Yeah. Francis, how do you think you say that last name? Onyyeike.
Onyyeike?
Francis Onyyeike? Either Onyyeike or Onyeki. What the fuck are you, my friend? All right.
Give him something.
Like what?
I don't know. What do you think that is?
Francis. For Francis, well, I mean, if it was Tyrone, you'd go black. If it was Rodriguez, you'd go Hispanic. Francis is just homosexual.
It's Dutch, so I'm going to go it's Dutch.
It's Dutch. All right. Francis Onyeki is Dutch.
Yeah, I think it's Dutch.
All right. Yeah. Hey, A&A, don't worry about trying to say my last name. And it's the first fucking sentence. Podcast is some real shit. Caught up on basically all the episodes, and y'all speak the truth. It's a good dynamic between the both of y'all, and when y'all argue with, it's hilarious. When y'all argue with
each other.
Okay, $10, a lot of fast movie. Yo, but question. What is up with women nowadays? It's never hard to get the pussy, especially for you African niggas, because y'all don't take no lightly. You are going to be my woman. You have no say in the matter. You bitch, come here. Give me the pussy. You have no say in the matter. Either CNA, LPNs, or RNs, but all the way wild with all types of drama or still on smut mode, or kind of nigga living with them or some shit and want side dick, except your wife, them.
You got to read it in the Asian.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Read it
the Asian way.
Yeah, the Asian way.
All right. Because he wrote the word "some," so that'll get me in a good rhythm. Yeah. With them or some shit and one side dick, they expect you wife them up after they kick him out. Nah, ho, you ain't lying. Dude, I feel more racist doing that than I've ever done anything else in the world. I laugh my ass off.
It just works, though.
Yeah, I know. Imagine that as a GPS. No, you turn here. No, you turn left. No, you go back. You go forward. Come on. You know, follow direction when it's time. I know Andy cuffed up, but do you run into any of these issues with women or have in the past? In the past, this nigga writes PASSED instead of PAST. These, you know what they should do if you, well, then I'm not, because everybody could do that. They should have a specialized button you could wear that is proof you've been vaccinated, so you don't have to wear the mask. You know, plane, you got the lapel, you have the button on your lapel, and it's an official, like there's some sort of FDA insignia on it where it says you have been officially vaccinated, and they don't just give them out. You know what I mean?
They probably will make one day, but it's like in your skin, and then they can track you wherever you go.
Oh, the black community, man. I ain't getting that shit. Just cause they ain't gonna be able to track niggas and start slavery again and track us by numbers on the wrist.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't want any of that.
Right.
Guys, rest up a little
bit.
bit.
Let me tell you the great quote. A reporter asked Michael Jordan, do you think, how would the Bulls fare against the current Lakers with LeBron and Anthony Davis? He goes, we'd end up beating them in a 7-game series by 2 or 3 points. And then she goes, wow, why so close? We're all 60 now. I fucking love MJ, yo. That is competitive. That is the difference between him and LeBron. That is a killer. Even now at 60, he's going, yo, our 72-10 Bulls would beat the Lakers of AD and LeBron today by 2-3 points because we're 60 now. Oh, God. All right. Deidre Ann Johnson. So fucking sexy. Feels like it. Like if she was my principal, I would purposely do shit to get sent to her. Miss Deidre Johnson, Aries, you know my name, Deidre Ann Johnson. Oh, Miss Johnson.
Aries, what is that you're doing over there? Yeah. I know. I'll take myself to the principal.
Do I get to see Miss? Yes, Miss Deidre Ann Johnson. All right, zip. Come in. You wanted to see me? Yes. Have a seat. All right. Miss Deidre Aries. Deidre, zip, and Johnson. All right.
I don't know if you can make those noises. It ruined Louis' career.
Who?
Louis.
Oh, no, we'll be fine. Miss Deandra don't seem like she tells.
That was even worse.
Oh, really?
She doesn't tell.
Right? Your secret's safe with me, Aries. All right. Episode 225, vaccine. Hey, guys, I'm a physical therapist. I was able to get the vaccine. The first dose 1 week ago. Second will be given the last week of February. The only side effect was a sore arm for 2 days. You're telling me... Hip hop, Black Panthers, brown berets, salsa, and merengue music, black and brown love. I appreciate you giving us artists a chance to be heard. Love you guys for that. This is my jonks. Jonks? My jong. I'm on Apple Music, YouTube, Google. As black as I am, folks, every now and then I run across some nigga jargon that throws me. I love it when Andy abruptly laughs. It just catches me off guard. Thanks to you and Andy for creating the pod. I look forward to the weekly entertainment therapy session. I love when Andy said he can hear me digesting my food. That was great. That's when you're getting comfortable, when you just know you can insult your partner and not give a fuck. That's like that great moment in that movie with Spade and Farley when he squeezes the ketchup packets in his mouth because the fries are in. He goes, I can actually hear you getting fatter. I wanted to keep the first one short and sweet, but real quick, let's hear a Tupac impression. Most respect. I don't have one, so do it. That's as good as it gets, man. Then they're like, yo, Mike is at the pool, but he's coming up right now. In walks Tyson. I just saw his back. This nigga's neck is a bodybuilder's thigh. I mean, you just saw broad back. And when we saw Mike's side profile, it was like, oh shit, he's here.
Did he wear a towel? Like
no.
That would be a hell of a way for him to get the pool, wouldn't it?
That would have been. The towel over his the poncho.
Yeah. At the pool, that would be a great way to see Tyson.
But he walks in, black shirt, tight jeans, and this nigga for some reason wear these all white New Balance that look like hospital shoes.
Maybe he has bad feet.
He might. What ironic that this nigga would wear hospital shoes when he put so many niggas in the hospital. I promise you on everything I love, if you saw this nigga in person and you saw this look in this motherfucker's eye, you wouldn't dare. It's literally like seeing a pit bull off a chain, a lion out of a cage. And I'm not a dog guy. I'd love to be. Pit bulls scare the shit out of me. If I see a chihuahua loose and it come towards me, my ankles, I put my leg up like, oh shit. Like I'm about to step in some shit. Oh shit. Because I asked Bill, because I told him how much I love MJ, Jordan. I go, nigga, what is Jordan like? Because I keep hearing these mixed stories. Some people say he's cool as shit. Other people say he's a dick. He goes, man, there's two Michael Jordans. There's the brand. Sometimes I dream he is me, like Mike, where he knows the cameras are on him and he has to be squeaky clean. And then he goes, then there's the real Mike. And Mike's a nigga. Michael Jordan is a Negro. He goes, the first time I met Mike, I was doing a show in Chicago. Him and Harvey, Richard Dent came to the show. He said, Mike can't sit in the crowd. So he's got to be backstage because it would just be hysteria, especially in Chicago. So he goes, Michael Jordan's backstage, and Michael Jordan goes, Bill Bellamy, you're a funny motherfucker, man. And Bill goes, damn, Mike, you know who I am? He goes, Michael Jordan goes, I got cable, nigga. So then he goes, there's another time when him and Jordan are playing pickup ball in this little gymnasium. And at one point, I guess somebody didn't pass Mike the ball, and he said, Mike clapped and yelled at the top of his lung, pass me the ball, nigga. Pass me the ball, nigga. And I was like, God, I want to meet that Mike. So boom, Tyson comes in, all that. And I go to introduce myself. And first of all, like Dave Chappelle went, I met O.J. Simpson on 3 separate occasions. And before this show is over, I'm going to tell you about all 3 of those occasions. I'd already met Mike 3 times. This was my 4th meeting with Mike. The first time, Jerry's Deli, I said when he came in, everybody applauded. I gave this nigga the half-man hug. The nigga's back felt like a fucking Buick. The second time I met him, Best Damn Sports Show, when Michael Irvin was like, yo, Aries, do the impression in front of Mike. I ain't want to do it. Because I was like, nigga, fuck that. That's Mike Tyson. And this was pre-Feng Shui Mike. This was I'm a new guy. This was Mike Tyson. I'm raping niggas.
And eat your children.
I'll eat them while I rape them. The third time I met him was when I wanted to do the skit with him, and his boy, I think his name was E-Rock, set up a meeting where I met with Mike in the lobby of a hotel, and I wanted Mike to do the skit where basically it was called What Will You Do? The concept was 2 dudes smoking weed, and the one guy says to the other guy, like in a weeds high scenario, yo, what would you do if you left for work and you forgot something and you went back to your crib and you walked in and Mike Tyson was fucking your girl and the missionary in your bed and you just see this nigga's back and lats just destroying your bitch's pussy. And I wanted Mike to do that skit with porn star Mary Carey, who I knew at the time. And Mike was gonna do it, but then at the last minute, he didn't want to do it. So I had met him 3 times already. Mike can be a moody dude. You know, we never know what we gonna get. So I walk over to Mike, and I'm like, hey, Mike, how you doing, brother? It's an honor for me to do this. This nigga looked at me like I just slapped his wife. I mean, there was no love, nigga. There was no sense of, hey, dude, hey, man, happy to have you. And I was like, all right. And then my boy Ivan was like, hey, how you doing, Mr. Mike? And Mike shook my hand, but they only dapped my man up with the fist. He seemed hesitant to shake my hand because he seems worried about the corona shit, even though he ain't had no fucking mask on. Like the producer told me some shit about something called Toad or whatever it was, and he was like, yo, Mike is heavy into this. So what the fuck is that? I don't know what it is. It's something about near-death experiences, and it was this near-death experience / Toad experience that Mike had that made him go from acting like a savage to this new guy. And he said, Mike is a philosopher. I went, oh, shit. In my mind, I'm going, oh, shit. The word philosophy and Mike go together like exquisite and a $2 hoe. Nigga, he likes to talk about God and death, and I do too, but the stars and the moon and the calculations and the aura of the universe, that's all fine. But nigga, if we don't talk boxing, this is a problem. That, to me, is the meat and potatoes. When I was in Cleveland, and, you know, I've made no bones about this. Cleveland's not one of my favorite cities. And like I said, there's a misery and a depression and a ghetto-ness with some. And that's a lot of ghettos and a lot of niggas everywhere. This ain't just relegated to Cleveland. But Cleveland has some extra spicy on they ignorant. At one point, I'm on stage, and this older, disheveled black woman comes up who looked like a crackhead who barely cleaned up. And she comes to the front of the stage, and she goes, you don't want none of this. And she opens her jacket, and I'm scared to death because I'm thinking I'm going to see titties at her kneecaps. But, you know, she's dressed, but she's just drunk and disheveled. This bitch probably had all of 2 teeth in her mouth. And her son stood up and kept going, that's my mama. Hey, man, that's my mama. And all I kept going and thinking and saying was, man, get this bitch from the stage, nigga. I'm doing a show. What the fuck is this? This is some, and I know motherfuckers get drunk and yell and act a certain way, but for this bitch to come literally up to the stage, standing up, disrupting the show, 2 teeth in her mouth, and this nigga is proudly, that's my mama. And it was like,
Factory.
Yeah, okay, second week of March, Baltimore.
We are not going to go to Lexington Market.
No.
Unless there's a guarantee.
Yeah. And a guarantee for me is it's been bulldozed to non-existence. I seen Rat run on lemon meringue, nigga. I'm good.
Dude, best crab cakes I ever had in my life, though, at Lexington Market.
Some of the best pussy you ever have is the best pussy till you go to the doctor. Fuck that. I ain't into no clinical cooch. You hear me? So let's begin.
You should did a little rap on that in the style that they'd understand.
Oh, I can't do it in that style because I don't speak garbage.
Yeah, but you do the but.
I don't think the garbage for the rap, and then the rap and the rap. All the rap in the trash, gotta find it. I'm an old school nigga with the old and the feel me, then you kill me. Pop. So, all right, there it is.
Let me ask you this question because I didn't ask you this on that. If the reason it didn't happen because Tyson was just in a bad mood, it was just not his day, and he decided that he would still do the podcast with you if at the end of the hour he got to punch you in the face and knock you out.
Oh no!
Just so that he could feel, so you get out that aggravation. Would you do the podcast then?
No, that would be ridiculously stupid. But what he should do is allow me to punch him in the face and a chance to knock him out
for not doing
it. That would be worth it, nigga. I still don't know that I would do it because I think his natural instinct and reflex would be to hit me back. And I like my organs and kidneys exactly where they are. Mike hits you and shift all your shit around. So
he's still pretty quick. So by the time as your punch is just starting to connect,
right,
he'd probably launch from there and still hit you.
I think Mike could finger pluck you and put you in a deep coma. So let's just leave all our body parts where they are. Pointed out is that, Deborah was probably up until they hired Maya Rudolph on SNL. And then because of all the shit that SNL was getting for their lack of Negroes on the show, then they went all out and said, let's get 3 black women going at once. And then it became Maya, Leslie Jones. I forget the third black lady's name. But, when motherfuckers finally get enough flack, they overkill. So they went crazy and SNL started hiring niggas left and right. Saturday Night Live! Starring Maya Rudolph, Leslie Jones, Kenan Thompson, and all the forced added new niggas. All her pictures on Instagram, she never really shows her ass. She shows a side profile, but I want to see the booty from the back. Like, doggy style or on your side. Those are your only choices. This is my house. Remember where that's from? This Boy's Life. When Robert De Niro's, Ellen Barkin, they just got married. They're fucking for the first time. She wants to do missionary because he's banging her doggy style. And she's like, no, let me out. No, please. He goes, no, I don't like the face. I don't want to see the face. And then she keeps being persistent. And as she tries to turn around in the missionary, he slams her head down in the bed. And he goes, doggy style and on your side. Those are your only 2 options.
That Chappelle one where he says, my house isn't that nice. It's just too nice for me.
Right.
They're going to come. The police are going to come. Right. And they're going to take him out and then they'll go,
Apparently this nigga broke in and hung up pictures of his family everywhere. That is such a great
line.
Yeah. Let's bring some crack on him and get out of here. All right. I'm going to go to Mookie again. Oh, boy. Kolsch. Don't do it, Kolsch. I promise you. Don't do it. He read 2 from Mookie, but didn't read 1 from me. Life's not worth living. Okay. Matthew Rickett. Did you enjoy the Tarzan movies?
No.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. I just didn't like them.
I don't like seeing a white man friends with the apes and the monkeys. It's amazing. When a white man is half naked with a leaf covering his dick, he can swing through the jungles and is respected by all the monkeys and the apes and the orangutans. But niggas have been associated with apes, monkeys, and orangutans since forever. But we can't go into the goddamn jungles. If we do, we get mauled. A white man can communicate with the monkeys.
But see,
an
it
animal
is trainer. And he had bears that he just hung out with.
Yes, that's right. Niggas will not befriend an ape, but we will wear some silverback socks. A nigga will wear an orangutan hat and some silverback socks, but we are not fucking with a silverback nigga.
Jane Goodall that went to live with the apes.
Wasn't that a movie called Gorillas in the Mist with Sigourney Weaver? I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a white woman who went and did that.
Yeah.
If white people treated niggas the way you treat animals, we would be in a better place. White women, you will suck a boar's dick, but will call the cops on a nigga for trying to help you across the street.
Where are you taking me? Why are you taking me from the street to...
But you will suck a boy's dick and go, I can taste the ham.
The following week will be at Baltimore. At the Comedy Factory. Where is it? It's not. Is it actually? Where is the Comedy Factory? Do you know what? Is it in Baltimore or is it on the suburb? It's the Comedy
Baltimore.
Yeah, it's Comedy Factory. Look it up. We got some shows going on out there, and then later that month we'll be in Columbus. But that is it for March.
Do you know what that noise was?
No, what was it?
Where we gonna be? Before Columbus.
That's the sounds you hear from Lexington Market.
Yeah, let me get some lemon meringue cake. What the fuck is that on the meringue? All right.
I'm gonna get some of that ratatouille.
Yeah, let me get some of that ratatouille sausage. There's literally rat in the ratatouille sausage. All right.